no less than 23 titles there, including the championship playoffs in 1978, 79 and 81. She played 24 tournaments in 1979 and won 12 of them. She reached 13 finals out of 21 tournaments through 1980. That includes this year the United States Open finals, and that was her 15th tournament. This, rather, is her 15th tournament final this year, including the United States Open. She is the reigning Australian and Wimbledon doubles champion and is twice winner of the Wimbledon singles crown in 1978 and in 1979. From Dallas, Texas, Martina Navratilova. At the southern end, a player with an unparalleled record in representative tennis for her country in Federation Cup and other team competitions. And individually, she's won more titles and broken more records than any other player in modern history. Her credits include 4 times French Open champion, 4 times Italian Open champion, 5 times United States Open champion, a semi-finalist for 10 straight years or better at Wimbledon, 7 times in the final, 3 times the winner. She is, of course, the reigning Wimbledon champion. From Amelia Island in Florida, Evert Lloyd. I should point out that neither player has previously won the Australian Open title, and that today's result will also decide which of them finishes top of the point standings for the worldwide Toyota Series. In the 1981 Toyota Australian Open, this is the showdown match, and the umpire for the match is Betty Allenson.
Ladies and gentlemen, Toyota Australian Women's Open Singles Championship Final. Match between Mrs. Evert Lloyd and Miss Martina Navratilova, both of the United States of America. Best of 3 12-point tie-break sets. Mrs. Evert Lloyd won the toss and has elected to receive. Linesman ready. Ball girls ready.
Evert Lloyd winning the toss and electing to receive.
Players ready.
As she usually does.
Play.
So Navratilova to serve the first game of the Toyota Australian Open.
Out. 15 love.
Incidentally, for Melbourne viewers living near Kooyong, there are about 200 seats available. No queues here. If you would like to hop down, you can still see it live.
Love. $30, 15. Out. 30 all. $30, 40.
Straight away, those passing shots of Evert Lloyd's evident. Break point.
Lloyd.
Ed has played matches for 71 victories and 4
Mrs.
losses from
Lloyd
15
to serve.
tournaments. Martina, 85 wins and 12
5
losses
overs.
from 22 tournaments.
Out. 15 love. Fault. All.
See the pattern already emerging. Navratilova attempting to get to the net, and Evert Lloyd happy to play the role as the counter puncher.
$30, 15. All.
Fine forehand there from Martina. She held that ball back, waiting for Chrissy to commit herself, and then hit it the other way. Break back point.
Game, Miss Navratilova, 1 game all.
And I see an interested spectator in the official enclosure on the clubhouse side, the federal member for Wills, Mr. Bob Hawke. Behind him, of course, is Chrissy's husband, John. There's John and Jeff Pollard. And the Victorian opposition leader, Mr. John Kane.
Out, 15 love. Out, 15 all.
Well, Martina allowing too much for the breeze on that occasion.
Fault. Double fault. 15, 30.
The wind blowing from right to left across your screens. From that shot there, right to left.
Let, second service. All.
And Chrissy just a little bit tentative on that high forehand volley.
Miss Navratilova leads 2 games.
Service to come from Chrissy Evert-Lloyd, and she'll be serving from the clubhouse end. 1-2 first set.
Out, love 15. Out, 15 all.
Very well placed first serve there by Chris to set up that point for her.
Fault. Double fault, 30 all. Fault.
Well, this is a good approach shot from Martina, and she's onto this volley. Just couldn't quite control it.
Game, Mrs. Evert-Lloyd. 2 games all.
A pretty tense opening to this final. Both players would dearly love to win this. And evenly divided. Well, it's the only major championship that Chris Evert-Lloyd hasn't won.
Out, love 15.
Of course, the reason that she hasn't won it is she's only ever played it once before.
And lost to Yvonne.
Yes, lost to Yvonne Corley in the final.
Out, love 30.
She has, however, won 12 Grand Slam titles before, chasing number 13. Will it be unlucky for her or lucky? Martina down love 30, 2 all first set.
Fault.
Missed it.
15-40.
Gee, that was a clever shot, though, by Evert-Lloyd. She was forced very wide. She didn't go for the outright winner. She just slides this ball down the line. You'll watch it here, using the wind control, and force Martina into a pretty tough shot there. Break point.
Dug that one out.
Oh, what an angle. And this is a very courageous shot from
30,
Navratilova.
40.
Remember, the wind is blowing across there.
Still 1 break point down.
Fault. Game is Chris Evert.
On-court introductions. It's the 45th occasion that they've met. The record standing 29-15 so far in favour of Chrissy
Please.
Evert-Lloyd, and she'll be serving from the northern end.
Out. 15 love. Love.
Well, no luck for Martina.
Love.
And Evert-Lloyd showing us that if she gets the right ball, she'll certainly attack the net.
Mrs. Evert-Lloyd leads 3 games to 2.
Well, Evert-Lloyd, the first player to really
4 games to 2.
hold an advantage now in this first set. Playing her usual solid game.
And the wind carrying that right across court.
Out. 15 love.
Oh, well left.
Out. 30 love. Out. 30-15. All. Lloyd leads 4 games.
Held it to love. That was in game 6 of this set. And she'll be serving from the clubhouse end. Martina's coach, Renee Richards, probably a little bit concerned at the moment.
Quiet, please.
4-3.
Out. Love 15. Love 30.
Well, Martina really picked that cross-court backhand from Chrissy, just jumped on it.
Out. 15, 30.
Well, those last 2 balls, Alan, really were affected by the wind. The first one came right into Martina's body and the other one skidded away.
Fault. Out. 30 all.
Well, a very tightly contested point there, and Martina, good approach shot, and then just too keen to play too good a volley on the first attempt.
Fault.
And you'll notice Martina not making the same mistake twice. She made a good solid first volley there, keeping net position and putting away the next one. Break back point.
Oh, was that close to the line or was it not?
Perfect lob.
Use.
Let's watch it in replay. That was the one that was close. And watch this lob for the winner. Gem of a shot.
Advantage, Miss Navratilova.
Breakback point number 2.
Game. Miss Navratilova. 4 games all.
The flapping noise you can hear occasionally is the canvas roof on top of the eastern enclosure here. That's the Glenferrie Road stand. And that wind picking up pretty strongly too. 4 all.
Yes, these are very difficult conditions today, Peter. I think the girls are handling it rather well.
Out. 15 love.
Well, at 1 o'clock I was prompted to say conditions were ideal when I was doing a cross for World of Sport on HSV, Alan, but that wind really has picked up in the last hour and a half. About 20 knots at least at the moment.
Double fault. 15 all.
I think out of all the weather conditions, the wind is the one that the players like the least. It has a direct effect on the flight of the ball. Hot days or cold days don't really worry them so much.
15-30.
Really, there's no such thing as an easy shot under today's conditions. Even some easy volleys that apparently would look easy, still got to be played with the utmost care. Yes.
15-40.
With great control.
We've had 4 service breaks in the first set already. And Martina saving 1 break point.
Deuce. Fault.
Yes.
Advantage, Mrs. Evert Lloyd.
3 lob winners in 2 games from
Yes,
Chrissy
and
Evert Lloyd.
what's the use of the wind here by Chris? Hits it out wide of the singles line and allows the wind to bring it back in.
Fault.
3rd break point in this game.
Game. Mrs. Evert Lloyd. Mrs. Evert Lloyd leads 5 games.
And she'll be serving with new balls. That first set, really, it's a vital set under windy conditions like this. Very hard to come back from a set down and win. 5-4.
Love 15.
And Martina continuing with her game plan of attacking the net whenever she gets the short ball. Here it is. She covers down the line and puts it away.
All. Out.
Missed it that time.
15-30.
Well, Chrissy dropping a couple of her rallying shots a bit short in this game, and that's allowed Martina to get to the net. 2 chances for the break back.
33 minutes the first set has been in progress so far.
heck of a length there by Evert Lloyd as she hit 2 shots there that would have been in a third of a metre of the baseline.
Game is Navratilova, 5 games all.
Very well played game there, though, by Martina. Good angle on that backhand volley, and she really kept the pressure on that game.
5 all. So 6 breaks of serve in the 10 games played.
Out. 15 love.
Well, this southern end should be the best end for Martina to serve from. Should help her swinging slice serve across the court. Coming over her left shoulder.
All.
Well, good footwork there by Chris as she really moved out to that serve, hammered it down the line. And another one.
30-40. Bolt. Out. Deuce.
Well, I don't think Chris will be too pleased with herself. A little shake of the head there. Missing that shot during the rally. She makes very few mistakes.
5 all and deuce. Superb shot.
Well, this is the shot that sets it up for Chrissy. Lunging there and hitting that ball with backspin. And then great racket control there. The lob volley for the break point.
Bolt.
The break.
Game. Mrs. Evert Lloyd. Mrs. Evert Lloyd leads 6 games to 5.
To 5.
5, please. Bolt.
Renee Richards, Martina's coach, and she prepares to receive serve.
A Evert Lloyd hitting that shot straight at Martina Navratilova. Just catching her a bit by surprise, and she netted that volley.
Out. 15 all. Out. 15-30.
Chrissy again struggling, serving for the first set. Well, a bit fortunate for her there.
Out. 30 all.
But she really did well to pick that shot up. Martina just can't believe it, but that ball kept low, taken, well, it was stopped by the breeze almost, and Evert Lloyd did well to pick it up, and pretty fortunate that it landed for a perfect placement.
6-5, 30 all. Last 4 games have gone against the server. Will we see 5 in succession? 30-40 break back point for Navratilova to level this first set at 6 all.
Game. This is Navratilova. 6 games all. The tie-break will now be played.
Well, I guess it's the girl who can serve better in this tie-break. 8 breaks of serve in the 12 games. John Lloyd watching anxiously as Martina serves the first point from the northern end.
One love. Evert Lloyd.
That's her first of the set too.
Out. 2-1. This is Evert Lloyd. This is Evert Lloyd.
Well, Evert Lloyd really hitting through that ball absolutely perfectly.
Out. 3-2. Mrs. Evert Lloyd.
So the advantage with Evert Lloyd. She's had the advantage throughout this set, just hasn't been able to clinch it. Oh, look at that for touch as the players change ends.
3 all.
Well, Martina again draws level.
Yeah, she's really played catch-up tennis. She was down 4-2 in games, then 5-4 with Evert Lloyd serving, 6-5 with Evert Lloyd serving, and 3-1 in the tie-break, and now all square at 3 all.
The wind will help carry that well out.
Out. 4-3. Mrs. Evert Lloyd.
Well, really a critical stage for both players. Whoever wins this first set, it's been such a tough encounter. Will really be given a boost psychologically.
Nearly 50 minutes the set has been in progress.
See the wind take that lob from Chrissy, and Martina nearly missed it.
Didn't hit it off the centre, that's for sure.
Mrs. Evert Lloyd. Mrs. Evert Lloyd.
So 2 set points to Chris Evert Lloyd, the tournament's #1 seed. That's the set.
Game and first set. Mrs. Evert Lloyd, 7 games.
Northern stand here at Kooyong, 7 games to 6. Chrissy Evert Lloyd winning the first set. The tie-break score 7 points to 4, and she's serving first game, second set.
Out, love 15.
And we saw a few breaks of serve in that first set, but I don't think any of the big crowd here was really worried about that, or I'm sure our viewers at home. It really was an exciting set of tennis under these rather difficult conditions.
And it took 51 minutes to play.
Out, 15 all.
Well, these two always play great matches, no matter what surface or what the conditions, and this one, that first set, no exception.
(30-15).
We haven't been advised, Alan, if there is a fill-in match between the final of the singles and the doubles, have we? Because Martina's involved in both.
Yes, there's sometimes a 3rd and 4th place playoff, but as I said, we haven't been advised.
Out, 30 all.
And you could see Chris was very worried about the wind on that shot. She tried to play it safe, and as I said, no such thing as an easy shot today with the wind gusting around this horseshoe-shaped centre court stadium.
Well, a chance for Martina to effect an early service break now in the second set.
Deuce.
Chrissy's been down break points in her last 4 service games.
Out. Advantage was Navratilova. Deuce.
It's a big game for Martina. She's had a couple of break points. She'd like to try and get back on top now that she just lost that tense first set. Ball keeping low.
Advantage, Mrs. Evert Lloyd. Game, Mrs. Evert Lloyd. Mrs. Evert Lloyd leads 1 game to love, second set.
And although Chrissy has won 12 Grand Slam titles before, she has yet to win the Australian Open, but she's off to a good start, winning the first set and holding serve first game in the second. Navratilova serving.
15 love. All. Fault. Out. 15-30.
Well, no disputed line call so far in the set, which has been a good thing, but the calling has been exceptionally good.
Fault.
That's a great second service.
30 all.
Well, as you said, Alan, she should be serving better from that end with her sliced left-hander serve. Helped, of course, by the wind.
First service. Game, Navratilova, 1 game all.
Now that was an important service game for Navratilova to hold. It shows that she's still concentrating and on the ball after losing that very close first set.
In the Adidas box, the managing director of Dunlop Australia, John Goff, Paul Moore, the general manager of Adidas, and Philip Price, I think it was, one of their directors.
15 love.
Plenty of VIPs here today too. We saw John Cain earlier, Bob Hawke, former St Kilda football star Alan Morrow's in the crowd.
Fault.
All in all, very few vacant seats.
All.
Mr. Hawke enjoying the tennis. Labour of love.
First service. Out. 30 all.
Martina continues to press.
Out. 40-30.
Not happy with herself for trying to play that down the line shot. The breeze directly interfering with the flight of that ball and pushing it wide.
Two deuce games out of 3 to start the second set.
Out. Advantage, Mrs. Evert Lloyd. Out. Game, Mrs. Evert Lloyd. Mrs. Evert Lloyd leads 2 games to 1.
It's the first time on end that we've had 3 games go with the server in the match. Because he has struggled on serve in the set, but importantly for her, she has held serve. That puts the pressure right back on Martina. One, two.
Out. 15 love.
That's a sharp volley.
30 love. Navratilova, 2 games all.
Well, some of the great bowling skills Martina displayed in that game.
Probably that was the quickest game of the match.
15 love.
And Martina not quite ready for that volley coming straight back to her. She netted the forehand.
Fault. Out.
Ooh.
15 all.
That was well left, wasn't it? That only missed the baseline by centimetres. 2 all, 15 all, second set. Well, that may prove a costly error. Games this set looked a little shaky. Down 2 break points in the first, taken to deuce in the third game. Down 15-40 there and dropping serve to give Navratilova the early break and the lead of 3 games to 2. She'll be serving from the clubhouse end. Darkish, sort of a cloud passing over Kooyong at the moment, but weather still looks mainly clear.
Not up. 15 love. All.
It's the cloud build-up in the northwest. Yes.
15-30. Fault.
So Evert Lloyd with 2 chances to break back and level this second set.
Fault. Out. Fault.
Yes, what a screamer.
Game. This is Evert Lloyd. 3 games all.
Martina not getting that serve wide enough. And it's Evert Lloyd breaking back. 3 all, second set.
15 love.
It's really a great shot, that two-handed backhand of Chris Evert-Lloyd's. Let's have a look at it again as she really bends down into the shot and rolls the ball across court.
First service.
There it is again. 3 points in a row.
30 love.
Started off with the break point in that last game and then the first 2 of this game.
Love. Fault. Double fault. 40-15.
It's only her second double fault for the match. The other one she sent down was during the tie break of the first set.
Leads 4 games.
Match in progress, just on
Quiet,
an hour and a quarter.
please.
Navratilova is serving with new balls. And Navratilova is serving from the northern end. 3-4. Second set. She dropped the first 6-7.
Yes, this is a danger game for her because 2 games ago she was leading 3-2 with a break.
Love 15.
She really needs a good service game here or this second set and the match could slip away from her.
Brought the chalk.
Out. 15 all.
I should mention the result of the girls singles final. It was won by Anne Minter for the 3rd time. She defeated Corinne Vanier of France 6-4, 6-2.
Out. 30-15. Out. 40-15. Fault.
Martina annoyed with herself for not doing enough with that approach shot.
Navratilova, 4 games all.
That was a pretty strong service game from Martina after losing the first point.
Well, she served pretty well in this set, except for the game in which she dropped serve. That was the 6th. Apart from that, she served a lot better in this set.
Love 15.
I think the fans are pretty evenly divided, but I'm sure most of them would like to see it go to 3 sets.
Second service. Love 30.
Big chance here now for Martina. Just
missed it.
Out. 15, 30.
Well, without the wind down, I think she might have got that.
Yes.
$15.40. Out.
It's the break.
Game. It's Navratilova. It's Navratilova.
Clear capacity crowd at Kooyong.
Quiet, please.
Navratilova serving, clubhouse in.
Bolt.
5-4, second service.
Love 15.
And that was beautifully disguised, that lob from Chris. It looked like she was going to hit a full-blooded passing shot, and then at the last minute just slid that racket, hit underneath the ball. Perfect lob.
All. Out. 30-15.
So Martina, 2 points from levelling the match. Two set points.
Yes, some strong serve volleying in this game again by Martina. And that first serve in. And an ace for the set.
Crowd love it.
Game. Second set. It's Navratilova. 1 set all. Quiet, please.
Martina's fan club.
Love 15.
Well, I think she might have got some of the crowd on her side. Chrissy was hoping for them. Martina, the underdog, though, might have about 60%.
Bolt.
All the indications are that this match would go to 3 sets because all of their meetings on grass, apart from one, have gone to 3. That was the 79 Wimbledon final.
Yes.
15 all.
Well, this is the stage of the match in the final last week from Sydney where Navratilova won the second set and then lost concentration early in the third. I'm sure she's remembered that.
$15.30. 30 all.
Alan, you debated the effects of the wind on this match earlier, particularly in the first set. I don't think it's as strong and gusty now.
No, I think it has dropped off somewhat.
Out. 30 40.
And this is a huge point right here as far as Navratilova is concerned. Early service break for her in this third set would really set her on the way to victory.
Well, it will also give her the last 4 games in succession.
Game, Miss Navratilova, 1 game to love, final set.
Chrissy Evert Lloyd has been in trouble on service
Time.
in about 80% of her games, and of course has dropped her last 2 service games. The last time she held serve was in the 7th game of the second set.
Yes, those last 4 games that Martina has won, she's really won them off her good play.
Quiet, please.
Not so much errors from Chris, but great attacking tennis from Navratilova. She leads 1-love, third set.
Let first service.
She's really got the adrenaline flowing now, Martina.
And got the crowd on her side, I'd reckon.
John Lloyd looks a bit worried. He's really giving that gum some workout.
Out. 15 love.
Navratilova is very hard to stop once she's got her confidence up.
Out. 15 all. Out. 30-15.
By the same token, Chrissy Evert Lloyd can often produce her best shots when she does have her back to the wall.
All.
Well, that is an example of it there, Peter. Very pleased for, we watched that in replay, but very pleasing for Bill Obridge and Toyota to have such a great final.
Out. 30-40.
Martina annoyed with herself there, but Toyota have been great sponsors of women's tennis in Australia over many years, and I think it's fitting that they get a tournament like this with a final like this.
Couldn't wish for anything better, could you really?
Deuce.
Well, not only couldn't wish for it, Peter, you couldn't have it.
No, that's right.
This is the best.
Very crisp with that volley for the winner.
Brought chalk.
And yes, I thought I said. Well, Chrissy, obviously, a little shake of the head. That's about the only way she registers any disbelief with a line call. Appeared good to us. Oh, that is superb tennis from Navratilova.
Game, Miss Navratilova. Miss Navratilova leads 2 games to love.
And 5 games in succession. Can Chrissy come back?
Halt. Out. Love 15.
Navratilova is really fired up. She's keeping the pressure on.
Out. Love 30.
I think she was too happy about that either.
No, definitely wide. We're sitting right on that line.
Hold on.
Well, love 30, love 2.
Double fault. Love 40. First service. Fault. Thirty, 40.
Well, it's a great comeback, isn't it? Down love 40.
Advantage, Miss Navratilova.
Well, Navratilova really fired up now, getting some topspin on that backhand. She very rarely is able to do it, but superb shot there.
Deuce.
Again, Evert Lloyd saves that break point.
Fault. Advantage, Mrs. Evert Lloyd.
And gives herself a game point for the first time in this third game in replay. Lunge by Martina, not successful.
Deuce.
Oh, Navratilova very quick to pounce on that second serve. Evert Lloyd absolutely no chance at all.
Fault. Double fault. Advantage, Miss Navratilova.
So break point number 5 this game for Martina.
First service. Out. Deuce.
You won't see a better point than that. Or better played by Navratilova. There's the shot that finishes it off.
Hold.
Break point number 6.
Look of anguish there from Martina.
Deuce.
Well, we're probably looking at the game that will decide the championship here. Remember that Chris has down love 2.
Out. Advantage, Mrs. Evert Lloyd.
Chris's second game point now in this marathon third game. Martina just floating this one over the sideline.
Yes, what a great pass and a great comeback in that game by Evert Lloyd. Down game point on 6 occasions, and had she lost that game, a double break, she certainly, I feel, would have been out of this final. But on every one of those occasions, she remained calm and came up with some pinpoint accuracy replacements, those passing shots, even attacked the net on a couple of them. And finally,
quiet, please.
Navratilova serving though. 2-1, service break in hand.
Not up. 15 love.
And that wind
Wait, please.
blowing a racket cover and a plastic cup across the court.
Yeah, suddenly very strong again, isn't it? From the
it's picked up
northwest.
again. It's probably stronger now than at any stage during the day.
It's one of the things that could affect Martina most.
Love. Out. 40 love.
Well, Martina missing that forehand volley, but since midway through the second set, she's made very few mistakes on the volleys, hitting most of them for outright winners.
Game. Miss Navratilova leads 3 games to 1. Love 15. All. Fault. 15-30.
And Navratilova going way out into the doubles court to take that on the forehand. She took the chance and made the shot.
Out. 15-40.
Well, again, she's in trouble on service. She saved 6 break points in the third game.
Oh, boy.
Game.
Week at Bright City. It was Martina who lost concentration. Not that Chrissy has really lost concentration, but Martina
Quiet, please.
playing very, very confidently at the moment. Serving 4-1 Northern End.
Love 15. Love 30.
Well, that's more like it.
I was going to say, if you thought she was out, you better start thinking again.
$15.30. $15.40.
And Martina down break points now. First time in this set.
Second service. $30.40.
Well, Navratilova's hit some phenomenal volleys in this match after the first set particularly.
Deuce.
From that break each way at 3-all in the second set, her level of her game has risen dramatically.
Advantage is Navratilova.
Yes, I think that's the whole key. Chrissy Evert-Lloyd, it really hasn't gone off that much. Navratilova has been able to shift into top gear, as if it were.
Bolt. Deuce. Advantage is Navratilova.
She got the point. So again, game point 4-5-1, third set.
Out. Game is Navratilova. Navratilova. Miss Navratilova leads 5 games to 1. Quiet, please.
Wow, listen to that crowd.
Yes.
15 love.
Oh, it's out.
Out.
Jeez.
15 all.
That's good.
15-30.
Well, Chris trying to take the initiative away from Martina, getting in, getting outlobbed there.
Fault. Out. 30 all.
Yes, good one, right on the line. Did she need that point? Wow. Evert Lloyd pinging that big two-handed backhand.
40-30.
There it is again.
Fault. Okay. This is Evert Lloyd. Quiet, please.
Martina Navratilova serving for the championship.
Love 15.
Well, she might be serving for it, but can she serve it out? Love 15.
Fault. Out.
Wow.
Love 30.
Pressure's on. And it brought a volleying error from Navratilova.
Love 40.
Failing to make the half volley off the toes, and 3 break-back points for Chris Evert Lloyd. She's still in it. Navratilova saves one off a serve that both players were unsure about.
Gee, that's a great pick-up by Martina. That ball clipping the
30,
tape.
40.
Have great reflexes to adjust your swing to counteract that net cord.
Out.
Evert Lloyd lives. It's a break back, one of them.
New balls, please. Game, Mrs. Evert Lloyd. Navratilova leads 5 games to 3. New balls.
Chris didn't hear.
New balls. New balls.
Chris didn't hear the call. She was about to serve there. Well, remember, she is still down a service break. But she could boost her confidence a lot further here serving with new balls. What a struggle.
It's really been a great final under these the windy conditions.
Love.
Oh, talk about staying cool. Chris Evert Lloyd certainly knows how to do that. Thank you.
Love.
Well, Navratilova led 5-1, remember, in this third set. It's now 5-4.
Game, Mrs. Evert Lloyd. Miss Navratilova leads 5 games to 4.
Down the middle. This is the whole shooting match. Navratilova led 5-1. It's now 5-4. She's serving for the match for the second time. This is the whole shooting match.
Out. 15. Love.
Well, that vital opening point. Chris Evert Lloyd just overhitting.
Who takes the title? Who takes the 34,000 first prize and the car and wins the point standings?
Out. 15 all.
In fact, 2 cars. One that goes with this title and one that goes for topping the point standings. Winner of this match will do that in the Worldwide Toyota Series.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind, Gary, it's been the best final we've seen in Australia on the women's circuit for
many years.
Yes, many years.
Martina Navratilova is 2 points from the Australian Open title.
You could see it there, just too anxious to play that volley. Didn't quite wait for it to come to her.
Fault.
too deep.
30-40.
This could level the match. Break point against Martina Navratilova. This would give Chris Evert Lloyd 5-all.
To see the tension on Martina's face there. He's missed with the first serve in this crucial game.
In.
Yes, that's the break back.
Yes, 5-all.
Performance from Evert Lloyd now.
Oh boy, there it is. I think Martino had made up her mind that that ball was going out.
Lloyd. 5 games all. Quiet, please.
Took a late swing at it to try and pick it up on the half volley. It did land in. Oh, what a fantastic point. And Chris with a clenched fist there as she walked back toward the baseline.
15-love.
What a decisive point that might be. Navratilova equal to the task.
15-all.
1 set all, 5 games all, 15 all.
Again, using the wind to perfection, Evert Lloyd.
Floating it out of Navratilova's reach.
Fault. Out. 30-all.
Martina keeping the pressure on though, not changing her game plan, still attacking when she can.
Out. 30-40.
This could put Navratilova ahead again, 6-5. She was 5-1 up in this third set. Now 5-all. But break point to Navratilova. She's got the break again, 6-5. And mishit one of those balls on the last 2 exchanges.
As we're watching in replay, now Martina mishits that volley.
Game. Miss Navratilova.
And you can see the look on her face there. 6-5, third set.
Fault.
She led 5-1 in this third set, served for the match at 5-2. Had her serve broken.
Out. 15-love.
Martina served for it the second time at 5-4. Chris got the second break back. Martina then broke again and is now serving for it. for the third time.
Hold.
Well, I think this time.
Yeah, trying to make the forehand approach shot. Chris found the net. 6-5, 30 love.
Oh, and what a courageous time to play the drop shot.
Certainly was, and Navratilova made a pretty good fist of getting to it too. Just
30,
couldn't
15.
make the last inch of ground that she needed.
You've really got to hand it to Evert Lloyd. 5-1 down to 5-all, and that brings up match point.
Out. 40, 15.
2 match points for Martina Navratilova.
Quiet, please.
It's John Lloyd, impassive as ever. Renee Richards
Bolt.
looking just a little tense, like an awful lot of other people around this stadium. Can Evert Lloyd get out of this yet again? Martina is the champion. After the most outstanding match in women's tennis played in Australia for many a long year, Renee Richards raising the finger. Number 1, Martina Navratilova, 1981 Toyota Australian Open champion.
Game, set, and match. This Navratilova.
Well, listen to the crowd.
2 sets to 1. 6-7. 6-4. 7-5. Thank you, linesman. Thank you, ball girl.
Chrissy, nothing I could say would sum up that match in a few words. I know you're disappointed, but I guess we can only hope there might be another day next year.
That's a long way away, isn't it? Well, you're right. I needed to get better first serves in, and sure enough, I didn't. But I'd like to just thank a few people, Toyota for sponsoring not only this tournament, but the whole tour all year, and the LTAA also for putting on this tournament. And what can I say? Martina played better in the crunch than I did at 5-all in the third set. That was the most important game, and you know, she came through, and she's you know, she's just a great player, and she put a lot of pressure on me with that serve volley. She's very aggressive, and if I'm going to lose to anybody, it might as well be her. And lastly, I'd like to thank my husband for practicing with me all week. Yeah, he's pretty cute, huh? And I'd like to thank all of you for your support. And I think it was pretty even today, the support. I was wondering who you were going to root for, because we're both villains. But I'd like to thank all of you for your support. And you know, if I'm playing competitively next year, I'd love to come back. Thank you.
We'd love to have you. It's an open invitation, Chrissy. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome the 1981 Toyota Australian Open champion, Martina Navratilova. Of course, the car is part of the prize, hence the key. Well, you haven't really got a spare hand there, Martina. Perhaps if I could hold the key, that might be better.
Spare key.
Well, as I said before, we can't really sum up that match in a sentence, but I know you're elated at winning a Grand Slam championship. How do you feel?
Well, I was as nervous as I've ever been. I think I was even more nervous than I was at the Open. God, I thought I was going to have a heart attack at the end. I was really... And I would like to say I'm sorry to Chris that I got so excited after the match, but I was just too excited. I didn't mean to rub it in, but anyway, I'd like to thank Renee Richards, without whose help I don't know if I would have been able to win this tournament, so thank you.
You did it the hard way. You lost the first set. You did that last week, of course, but your concentration flagged a little bit in Sydney when you lost the third set 6-1, and I guess you were thinking about not letting that happen today.
Well, yeah, that's right. In the first game of the last set I broke Chris right away, and then I stayed on top, but then got it 5-1. I thought I had it made, and she came back to 5-all, and I thought she would have won the match, but it was really close. I was just glad that the wind stopped blowing, because it was really windy in that first set, and the last two sets I was able to serve and volley better because it wasn't that windy.
Well played. You've won or your name goes on the perpetual trophy, which Mr. Tobin has here. You really need another hand to hold that, but you might like to take hold of that. There are some great names on there. Margaret Courts 11 times, Yvonne Gulvagongs, Kerry Reeds, and so on. Martina, congratulations.
Thank you. I don't think anybody could surpass Miss Smith's court record on this, but I'm glad that I have my name alongside of all those names. And anyway, thank you, Toyota. They've done a great job sponsoring the whole series and also this tournament and the LTAA. I thought Janet and Colin and everybody that's responsible did a really good job, so thank you.
Martina, there is one other trophy that goes with this title, because the Australian Championships being played here in Kooyong also incorporate the Victorian singles crown. Kevin Howard is the president of the Victorian Tennis Association. Kevin, would you like to come forward to present Martina with her Victorian singles title as well?
Don't get to keep this here.
Well, you get to keep a lot of things, Martina. Your name goes on there.
Oh, well, thank you.
Congratulations again. Well played. Martina Navratilova, Australian and Victorian singles champion for 1981. And of course, Martina will be back a little bit later on during the doubles final, partnering Pam Shriver.